Hey everyone, it's Arkondus Gaming. Thank you for tuning in to another Conquest of Azeroth ALPHA video. Today we are starting another class. We just finished our Knight of Zoroth in the last video, and the Conquest of Azeroth ALPHA giveaway is still ongoing. So if you want to participate, make sure to go ahead and like that last video, subscribe, and comment in that video's comment section what class you're looking forward to the most and why, as well as give me the name of your in-game name on whatever server. And go ahead and give this video a like as well. Maybe it's going to give you a better chance to win that Conquest of Azeroth ALPHA. Maybe we're going to be doing another giveaway. Who knows? Maybe I'm just straight up lying just to get likes. Who knows? But today we are starting a new class, and it is going to be the Witch Doctor. So what I thought I'd do is I'll just go over what the Witch Doctor is and what Conquest of Azeroth's goal is for the Witch Doctor through this beginning character select screen. So the Witch Doctor is a support and damage over time class that uses cloth armor, emphasis on debuffs, healing, and wards. Excellent group healer, uses mana as a resource. And one of the things that really captivated me and caught my attention when learning about the Witch Doctor for COA is at the bottom it says, these casters excel in solo play and can sustain themselves almost indefinitely. The use of wards provide powerful area effect buffs or debuffs to foes and friends. Just that one part, sustain themselves indefinitely and excel in solo play, caught my attention. So that's why we're going to be trying out the Witch Doctor. And we haven't really tried to cast her out in Conquest of Azeroth yet, so I figured we'd go ahead and give it a try. But again, I appreciate everyone showing so much support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let's get this started. So as we get started here with the Witch Doctor, I think I'm just going to go over the beginning of abilities, of course, as well as the 3 specializations. And I think I'm only going to do this for the first video so we know what direction or where, Conquest of Azeroth wants to take these different classes. So we'll go ahead and check out the 3 specializations. I won't go into all the abilities. I'll just go over like the theme it looks like it's going for, and then the last ability. So the first specialization we have here for the Witch Doctor is Voodoo. So Reclaim Soul, okay, has a res and has Gift of the Loa, okay. So it seems like the Witch Doctor is going to be getting power from the Loa, and I'm not sure of the entire lore, but I know in BFA they really focused on like the Loas and stuff. But they're basically like the troll deities and like gods. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. And if you played retail, like Bwamsamdi, so we have Voice of Bwamsamdi here. So it looks like we're going to be borrowing power from these Loas, which is really, really cool. And then the last ability we have here in the Voodoo tree is called Big Bad Voodoo. On a 7-minute cooldown, you channel voodoo energy throughout allies within 40 yards, reducing their damage taken by 80% for up to 10 seconds while you remain channeling. So that's like a really, really big AoE raid defensive cooldown. So that's pretty sick. And this is definitely giving me Warcraft 3 vibes. I believe this Shadow Hunter did something similar, like the hero class for the Orc. But instead of like reduced damage, I think they were completely immune. But so this is a little bit weaker. You can't go completely immune. You can't get that OP, but still really cool. And like Voice of Bwamsamdi's deal. So yeah, you're invoking the Loa, and that seems pretty cool so far. The next we have here, the next specialization is Alchemy. I feel like this could be their own class, but it's cool that they're, putting this in the Witch Doctor. And as you can see, we have Snake Blood Brew. So we're basically throwing more potions at people, which is sick. And powers the target. Okay, this is our buff. Ingredients, jungle shrooms. So you can tinker, or you can mess with your potions and make them do different effects, which is cool. More potions here. Sword Swarm. It looks like we're going to be able to summon stuff as well. So this is like 8 different classes in one, Jesus. So we can summon dinosaurs and mess with potions. And then the last ability in the alchemy tree is Dinomancy. Take direct control of your current avatar dinosaur for 30 seconds. While under your direct control of the creature, it will be vastly more powerful and have access to new abilities, and your character will suffer 20% less damage. So this is like taking control of your hunter pet, but the hunter pet gets stronger with more abilities. So we have the Pterodax, the War Raptor, Devilsaur, Stegodon. So you can be any dinosaur you want. That is pretty sick, and you can take control of them and throw potions at the same time. That sounds extremely fun. I feel like they have like all these different ideas, and they're all stacked into like these specific specializations, but this can be like 2 different specializations. But either way, pretty cool. And then we have Shadow Hunting, which I feel like can be its own class. So with Shadow Hunting, we have Shadow Hunter Strike. So this looks like it's going to be doing more like melee and, you know, shadow damage, as well as summoning wards. Oh, we have hexes as well. So there's a lot going on in each of these specializations. Stasis ward, throw back to, you know, the Warcraft 3 witch doctors, where they can summon healing wards, stasis wards. And then the last ability we have here is the Dambala's Rage. Your serpent wards. Oh, so you have serpent wards as well. Now attack twice as fast and deal 15% increased damage, but only last for 6 seconds. So like a really quick buff for the serpent wards. Then your melee attacks have a chance to reset the serpent ward cooldown. All right, so it looks like, oh man, this is all pretty cool. So voodoo is like hexes and invoking the Loa powers. The alchemy specialization is potions and summoning and controlling dinosaurs, which is insane. And then the shadow hunting is pretty much like your melee shadow damage with your wards as well. Pretty cool stuff here. I'm excited. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting all those abilities at level 30 or until we get level 30, but now you can see at least where the where Conquest of Azeroth is trying to take the Witch Doctor. It seems like it can have more than 3 specializations, but we'll see how they, you know, fit each of these abilities into different specializations for sure. But let's continue on here, level up, and get our first ability. Again, guys, I appreciate it. Sorry for the longer intro. I just wanted to showcase those specializations. So we hit level 4 and got our first Hex ability, the Hex of Blood. So it's a 4-second cooldown and an instant cast that costs 10 mana. You apply an evil hex to the target, dealing shadow damage every second for 9 seconds. When the hex fades, the target will be healed for 37 to 48 to the target. This ability invokes the Loa Hirik. I think that's the Bat Loa. Okay. Wait. Oh, what? Wait. I'm curious. It says heals the target. Is that going to heal me or heal them? That would be pretty weird if it healed the enemy. But so now we have the invocation of Hirek when we use a specific ability. Increases your spell critical strike chance by 2% and increases all shadow damage dealt by 3%. Whenever you invoke Hirek, while this is active, your spell damage done is increased by 10%. And you inflict a target with a random Witch Doctor Hex. What? So, okay, we have all spell damage done increased by... So, whenever we... Okay, and then we're getting stacks? Dude, what's going on? There's so much going on with this fucking class. So we're getting stacks of invocation. So, increasing our spell crit and all shadow damage done. Oh, and we just hit him with another hex. Movement speed decreased. Wow, this... I'm sorry, there's a lot going on. Holy shit, we have 4 stacks. How high can this stack? We're just going to keep hexing stuff and see what happens. Okay, so now we have the Hex of Death, so extra shadow damage on the target on top of our Hex. So with Hirek, not only are we increasing our spell damage and spell crit, but we are getting more spell damage, as well as applying a random Hex to the target. Jesus, we're only level 4, dude. Alright, let's try. Okay, now we have the Hex of Lethargy. Movement speed decreased, attack speed reduced, and resource cost increased. So it only stacks up to 5 times. Dude, this is fun. Holy shit. I'm only pressing 1 ability and I'm having a lot of fun. So it seems like we've only gotten the Lethargy and the Hex of Blood. But that is pretty sick. So we already have movement speed reduction at level 4. Man, I just want to keep on using these to see what we get. Okay, the Hex of Death, so extra shadow damage. Ooh, a new one. Hex of Night, healing reduced by 50%. Dodge chance reduced. Okay. Silence for 5 seconds every 10 seconds. Bruh. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm getting excited, but holy shit, there's so much going on. They're just like, okay, we're gonna randomly hex the target and fuck it, just Wind Fury them with random fucking hexes on and random effects. This guy's farming the shit out of Sarkoth. He has a hex. Oh, there's a different hex on that guy. All right. I think Hex actually a good thing. That's one of the greatest changes they've made. They increased the spawn rate of Zarkov. Alright, so this is the Hex of Shrinking. Reduced damage by 3%. Damn, I wonder how many hexes there are. I'm not sure we're going to be able to figure it out until, you know, later. Or maybe it shows in Voodoo. But... okay, yeah, we can find them out. I think I just saw Hex of Lethargy. But we'll just keep going and just randomly apply it. Damn, that's pretty fun. Alright, so we actually got another ability at level 6. And let's see what this is. It is Gift of the Loa. So it's a instant cast on a 20-second cooldown. So heals a friendly target. Okay, so it's an instant cast heal. Oh, and they get the... Oh, wow. So they get the invocation that we currently have for 60 seconds? That is insane. And it gets all 5 stacks. I wonder if we only have like 2 stacks, if they get however many stacks that we have. But geez, that is insane. So depending on your group type, you can try to get that specific type of Loa buff and then buff like your spellcasters. Wow. That is pretty cool, man. So far, I'm really enjoying this class, and we're only level 6. So we actually got another ability at level 7. So we already have 5 abilities, and we're only level 7, so that's pretty sick. So we got something off of the Shadow Hunter spec called Shadow Bite, and I've been messing around with a little bit, and it looks pretty cool. So this is an instant cast on a 3-second cooldown with melee range that costs 8 mana. Strikes an enemy with your weapon damage, as well as consuming all hexes on the target to deal shadow damage for each hex consumed this way. And then this ability invokes the Loa of Bethek. So this is like the Panther Loa, I guess. So once we have 5 stacks of this, we increase our movement speed by 25% and dodge chance by 25%, which is insane. And whenever you invoke Bethek, while this is active, your attack and casting speed is increased by 150%. I know this says 150, but I believe it's still only 30, because I think 150 would be way too insane. But the very first stack of this is only 30%, which I believe it's not going to stack that high. But let's go ahead and then test it out again. It looks insanely good. Look at this, guys. Look how cool this ability looks. You do like a shadow cleave, and the Panther comes out. It's pretty sick. And again, we are appeasing Bethek, so yeah, this is where the 30% attack speed and spell haste comes from. So again, pretty insane. And we have this ability, Gift of the Loa. So if we are the Shadow Hunter spec, we're in melee, we're doing damage. We're already getting the appeasement of Bethek, so we don't really need to use this on ourselves. We can like make a macro or a target macro on a heavy hitting spellcaster, melee, or even the tank, and then give them the Gift of the Loa to invoke that appeasement of Bethek, giving them attack speed and then haste. So not only are you dealing damage, but you're supporting as well, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Then we get the spell haste going. So let me try this real quick. Let me target this guy and give him the appeasement real quick. See if it works. So we have 5 stacks, and then we give him. Yep, now he has 5 stacks. I'm not sure what's going on. Like, this guy is a witch doctor. He was just level 7, and he's invoking Serratus. But I'm not invoking Serratus at all. I only have Hirik as well as Bethek. I'm not sure if like witch doctors start with different abilities. That'd be kind of weird. I don't have anything that invokes Serratus, unless my Voodoo Bolt is bugged. Let's see. My Voodoo Bolt might be bugged, because he's doing like Voodoo Serpent Beam. What the hell? Maybe that's level 8. Let's level 8 and see what happens. But right now, that guy's using different abilities than what I have. Do I need to like make an update or something? That's super weird. All right, let's go ahead and give this guy some. Oh, is this an Iron Man? Oh, interesting. So we're out here killing our fellow Hex trolls and Voodoo trolls. I wonder if you can have 2 appeasements on at the same time. Let me try this. So let me go ahead and do this. So invoke that. Oh, you can. So we had it for a very brief moment there, but you can definitely have 2 appeasements on at the same time. So you can benefit from multiple buffs, even though it's very a small window. It's still possible. So let's try it again. See if we can get a bit bigger window. Oh, we do have to have Gift of the Loa up, I believe. So maybe actually let me start off with our Hex and Hirik appeasement. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can do this. Okay, I mistimed it, but you can definitely have 2 at the same time. So maybe like in that small window, you can get some cool stuff to happen. I don't know if that's even going to be like a huge DPS buff or just insane. And maybe you can have like a all witch doctor group where you're just buffing each other with all these buffs, because right now this witch doctor just invoked Heroic on us, and then we can invoke Bethek on him. So maybe if we have just straight up 5 witch doctors, we can have all these different buffs on each other, which is pretty cool. I mean, you probably won't need all those buffs, but it's pretty cool to see. Maybe having two witch doctors can be very beneficial to increase like a hybrid class, or maybe just a specific class in general. Just buff that guy up. And we're also dealing damage, which is insane. So let's go ahead. Let's just test this out. Let's keep invoking Bethek, and then we'll give this guy a 5 stack of Bethek to increase his movement speed. And then maybe he can invoke us with Hethreek or whatever. I'm trying to get all these names, but they're all confusing. And we can Voodoo Bolt as well, and we don't lose any stacks. So our casting speed is increased as well as our melee. But we can just invoke this guy without, summoning a different Loa. Yeah, man, this is a pretty fun class. I know I probably said it like 13 times in this video, but like, again, guys, I'm just Ascension coming out. I mean, I know this was Liquid's idea, but Ascension helping him, and Ascension just bringing like the classes. Wow, and now these custom classes helping Liquid with this project is a WoW player's dream come true. And we have 21 classes so far. Who knows how many we're gonna have when this officially releases, because this is in very early access stages, and it's just all up from here in my opinion, and I'm super excited. Yeah, this class starts getting really fun when you start stacking your buffs. Just to make it a little bit more clear and have a little bit more time on our dual buffs, so if we have Bethek on right now, we can just gift Loa and then go into our Hex. So now we have 2, so we're getting spell damage done and spell casting speed. So that's actually really cool that you can do that, and I'm excited to see all the other Loas that we can benefit from. But so far we only can stack 2, and again, dude, I'm just having a lot of fun with this class so far, and I can't wait to get into dungeons. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get into a dungeon this episode, but I mean, this class has a lot of potential with how we can not only damage but buff each other, or buff other characters and other classes. Alright, so we did hit level 10, and we actually got that beam that other Voodoo Doctor had, and it is called the Voodoo Serpent Beam. It costs 28 mana. It's a channeled spell. 3-second cooldown, so we can essentially spam it because it is a channeled spell. And you channel Serpent Beam upon a target for 7 seconds, or 7.27 seconds. If you target an enemy, the spell deals 12 to 14 nature damage every 1 second, or heals every 1 second to an ally, and then it invokes Serratus. So Serratus increases our nature damage at 5 stacks by 25% and healing done by 25%. So whenever you invoke Serratus while this is active, you gain, it says 150, but I believe it's just 30. This is wrong. It's supposed to just be 30, because when we actually use this buff, so we can target ourselves as well, we increase healing done by 30%. So that is pretty cool. So we're only going to be benefiting off of the healing when we invoke him, but I mean, we can still do damage with our Voodoo Bolt for that increased nature damage. And then if the healer or if the tank needs some heals, we can just instantly swap and do a Serpent Beam. And we also have the instant heal as well. So let's see, let me kill this guy real quick. So if we're doing a beam and the tank is actually getting pretty low, we can go ahead and use our Gift of the Loa. And that also gives us appeasement again, so that goes back to the 5 seconds. So we can heal, need a burst heal. Maybe at the end of this channel, we can go ahead and Gift of the Loa and heal again, and keep that 30% healing buff even though we're not channeling. So that's pretty cool. And one thing that we can do is, since this gives us, let's invoke Heroic real quick. This gives, okay, this is just spell damage done, so that's not really going to benefit our healing. But maybe we can just, again, if we have a caster in the group, we can just get 5 stacks of Heroic, go ahead and give them that Gift of the Loa, and then go back into stacking our Serratus so we can benefit from the healing. So there's a lot going on with the Witch Doctor, and I'm very surprised that I'm having this much fun with a caster. But so far, I mean, with the 3 different types of Loas we can invoke, and just the flexibility that this has with damage, healing, and even support, this class, it seems like it's going to be very fun, and very much utilized in endgame content. Alright, so we did some quests and we're finally level 13 and we got Serpent Ward, and I've already tried it out. This is amazing. This is really like Warcraft 3 style stuff going on here, and I'm just having a fucking amazing time playing this class. We can actually place the ward right there. Let's see how it attacks. Oh, is it not gonna... Oh, wait, maybe I have to place it after I start attacking stuff? Fuck! Let's try this again. Let's pull something else. Alright, what does it do? This is where it will spit fire. Help! Wait, maybe I have to put it after. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I have to put it on after. Wait, it silences? Oh no, that was my hex. So it looks like right now I have to put it down after I get into combat with something. But still, dude, it lasts 25 seconds. And it's on an 8-second cooldown. So you can have multiple of these down at the same time. So let's just go ahead and... Dude, this is so awesome. Wait, it's not attacking still. Huh. Is it bugged? Oh, maybe it has to... The target has to attack the Serpent Ward at first? I don't get it. Okay, yeah. I mean, that works. But I guess it's on, like, passive unless it gets attacked. Let's try pulling one more thing here. Let's attack it first and then place our ward down. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's just bugged on that specific mob we were fighting. Dude, this is pretty sick. Oh, man. Okay. I'm having way too much fun with this class just because it's just so many like Warcraft 3 like feeling abilities, and just like the whole vibe of this just takes you back. All right, so we got into an RFC pretty fast, so let's I'm so excited to utilize all these abilities. I'm not sure who's tank and who's DPS, but we know what our heals are. We can just place down these wards to attack and Venom Bolt when we do have when we want to go on the offensive, because Venom Bolt doesn't invoke a Loa, but when we heal, we're going to be getting the Serratus buff, which is going to not only increase our healing, but our nature damage as well. Oh my lord, this guy's getting pumped. Alright, let's see. Okay, not a bad heal. We can get a burst heal going off really quick. There we go. Let's play some more wards. And then just do our channel heal. I feel like everyone's going to be taking damage. I don't think there's a set tank. We have a Venomancer, we have a Ranger, Guardian, and Knight of Zoroth. So I think the Guardian or Knight can either tank. Toss some Venom Bolts out. And maybe what I can try to do is try to get some buffs on someone else. Maybe like go in for a melee to invoke our Beset and then like buff this guy. So he gets, I mean, it's only one stack right now, but he's getting some dodge chance and attack speed. But I think that's going to be how the Witch Doctor plays. Just, you know, healing, or maybe even DPS, whatever role he's doing, but as well as keeping buffs up on the other targets. So let's get another, let's see if we can get a Beset on this guy again. Okay. Pretty good so far. We're getting our getting our wards out. So we can do passive damage and heal at the same time. This is pretty sick. And this is the only healer that I've played. I think this is probably the best healer at this low level. From what I've seen, other healers aren't too great. Oh god, burst of heal here. Let's place a ward down. This guy might die. Ooh, no, we're keeping him up pretty well with this channeled spell. It seems like that's going to be a theme for a lot of healers, is these channeled spells, which I don't mind. At least we have a burst heal as well to complement it, just in case we needed to. And now we're at 5 stacks of invocation, so we're going to be doing more nature damage if we want to use our Voodoo Bolt, and we're going to be getting healing as well. So we get healing from that. Okay, these do fire. I wish these did poison damage, but still not too bad. Alright, let's get some heals off. Let's place a ward. Heal that guy up. Burst heal this dude. Okay. We gotta be careful here. If I'm too focused, I don't heal much, so healing is like the most stressful job in my opinion. But we're still doing, you know, some damage. And we can invoke the lower. Let's try to get 5 stacks. I don't think we're going to be getting 5 stacks of anything else but Serratus, since we are healing. But if we were DPSing, we definitely we'll be getting more stacks of something else that we can help the DPS with. Okay. Place a ward down. Oops. We're just mauling stuff. Doesn't really matter how much, you know, how much healing we're doing. They're just killing it before anything happens. But still pretty cool. Let's get some wards down as well. I just love placing these serpent wards, dude. Alright, we have 5 stacks of our healing, so we're going to be healing pretty well. I don't know why, like, the healing, it's not showing healing done, so I apologize about that. I don't know what setting that is. I typically don't have that on. But I guess we'll just showcase the whole dungeon since we're moving pretty fast here. And it's a good idea of how the Witch Doctor is going to work with healing. Heal this guy up real quick. Go back to him. There we go. Just healing him up to full. And the channeled spell like this definitely help you conserve mana. So you can basically just heal them for the full duration and only use the ability once, which is pretty OP in my opinion. And then if we have Berserking, we can heal even faster because of the casting speed. Probably have to burst heal him here. Okay, this guy's taking a lot of damage. Let's focus on him, and then we'll go back to the Guardian. Don't die, sir. There we go. Kind of scary, but we're able to keep him up. Yeah, I think it's best just to have our Serratus up. Alright, this guy's just going absolutely bonkers. We'll go ahead and burst heal him. Just cast our channel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this Venomancer up, though. Oh, goodness. There we go. Getting kind of close, but we're able to stabilize here. Let's cast it again for that healing. 30%. Maybe it's good to cut the cast off a little early because we lose the 30% healing buff before the channel ends. So maybe we just press it again before the channel ends to benefit off of that 30%. But so far, man, I'm having a lot of fun. Even just healing. Placing these wards down. I'm just going to pull both. So let's place a ward down here in the middle. Burst heal. And then channel. We have that 30% healing. So we'll go ahead and channel on this guy. See if we can keep him up. Main tank's taking damage. Keep him up as well. Place another ward. Nice, dude. Then we have another burst heal coming up. And channel to this guy. Chanting Blade we don't need. Sweet! I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know if my ward was actually attacking. Because I wasn't paying attention. Again, healing is so intensive, dude. It's just... I hate it. But, you know, classes like this definitely help me, you know, have a better time with it for sure. Let's go ahead and put some of that stuff on, get more ints. This guy's like, Guardians take no damage. As soon as he charges in there, he loses like 90% of his HP. And stresses me out. Slaying the Beast. I need to pick up that that quest item from the dude. Let's place our ward. Big heal. Alright, let's start getting... Oh, wait, never mind. We don't have... We only can, you know, give like a beset stack if we have Guardian of the Loa to other characters, or not Guardian of the Loa, excuse me, Gift of the Loa. And if I like say any of these abilities wrong, just know, hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Level 15, I don't believe we get a new ability. Shadowbite, Serpent Ward, no, because we got one at level... Oh, Reclaim Soul. We did get a new ability, so we got our res. This ability invokes the Loa of Samdi. Excuse me? It's a 2-second cast. But it just reses someone. Brings a dead player back to life. Okay, I wonder what is the Loa of Samdi's thing is. But no one's dead, so we can't use the ability. So we're spam running this RFC, and we got another ability at level 16. So we got Potion Toss and Ingredient Frog Venom. So now we're diving into like the alchemy stuff. So consume your current ingredients to toss a potion at a creature. This can target enemies or allies. So the ingredient that we have is Frog Venom. So you brew Frog Venom in your next vial. Okay, let me go ahead and just make sure this guy doesn't die real quick. Yeah, I think we missed our heal. That's just weird. So now we have Frog Venom, so we will do either nature damage over time or heals an ally over time. So let's go toss the shit. That's so cool. Now we have a heal over time as well. So we have a channeled heal over time, as well as a burst heal. So now we just use our ingredient Frog Venom. It lasts for 30 seconds. And then when our potion toss is back up, which is a 20-second cooldown, we just toss that bad boy either at an enemy or, you know, an ally. So let's toss it again. Oops, we Frog Venomed. That is so cool, dude. And of course, I'm sure there's going to be different, put our thing down, different poisons or different concoctions that we could create. Dude, I feel like it could be its own class. That is pretty cool. All right, let's throw it on an enemy and see what it does. I mean, it's going to do damage over time. Let's just see if the animation's different. No, pretty much the same. Sounds pretty cool. Just heal. And since we are stacking Serratus, so that's going to pair really well with our, you know, Voodoo Belt if we decide to go a little bit offensive if we have the time, or even our Venom Toss that deals nature damage. Okay, let's go ahead, and so what we'll do is we'll Frog Venom, throw this at this warrior guy, so you can get more different kinds of healing going out to different targets. Wow, that is pretty fun, guys. And oh man. And we're only level 16, so I only imagine we're going to get our next ability at level 20, but this class has been really fun so far. Okay, so this guy's going to let us test the res really quickly, so I appreciate it, Rambito. So we'll try it out and see what kind of power from Sandi gives us. Let's see. Wow, that was a fast fucking res. What? So now we have Invocation of Bwamsandi. And now whenever you evoke Sandi, so reduces all damage taken by 2%. Whenever you evoke Sandi while this, you gain 10% damage reduction taken for 5 seconds. Ah, so this is going to be the tank Loa. So I imagine, I mean, there's gonna be more abilities that are gonna let us use Bwamsandi. But for now, dude, that's pretty sick. Wow, that is actually pretty cool. So we have a tank, a melee DPS, we have caster DPS, and just straight up utility with this class, which is amazing, dude. And I mean, I'm honestly very impressed with the Witch Doctor so far. Definitely giving me Warcraft 3 vibes. And let's go ahead. Did I get the quest item? I hope so. I did not. It's all right. But anyway, what do you guys think about the Witch Doctor so far? We're gonna end the episode here. We might make these into like 2-episode series, like 1 to 15-ish, and then, you know, get the rest of it to level 30. But yeah, I'm enjoying the Witch Doctor a lot so far. But what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And again, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate it, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.